Alright, what's going on, guys? It's been a minute. I know this. So, I traded the 07 Civic Si. Sorry, I'm in a car wash right now. I'm doing like a before and after. I'll talk more about the car when I get back to the shop, but I traded the 2007 Civic Si for this. This is the 2002 Civic Si. I drove really far in it, so it's extremely dirty. I mean, you can tell by the wheels. I will be cleaning it right now if I'm at the car wash, but this is a little quick overview real quick. This is exactly how I got it, besides obviously I kept my wheels. Like I said, the car is extremely dirty. I'm just doing like a little before right now, like a before walk around. Now some people are gonna be wondering like, why did you trade for like the slowest K series ever? But oh, you can't see, but that's a boost gauge. If that tells you something. But if you guys aren't excited already or disappointed, I don't know why you'd be disappointed. I didn't really care for the FG2, the 8th gen, but videos are going to be coming back regularly. Like, this car needs a lot of work. Like, the side skirt's not, fully bolted on, but I'm gonna be doing a lot of work to this car. I'll give you a sneak peek of the engine. It's a K20A2 with a just a little, snail on it. But this car is really dirty and needs cleaned up and stuff, But this is a before. Like I said, it's a 2002. Has the 04, 05 headlights, projectors, the 5-look conversion. But I'll go over the parts and all the details, whatever, when I get back to the shop. I'm here at the car wash and it's echoey and stuff. But this is a before. This is exactly how I got it. I haven't cleaned it. I haven't done nothing besides put the wheels on, which obviously these are from my car. The wheels are the same 17x9 plus 35, 245 40s. So there's some, big fat meats on an EP3. But I'm gonna go ahead and wash it up, clean it, do a video of that. And I'll do a video of the two-step, then I'll meet you guys at the shop. All right, see you there. All right, guys, this is after the wash. It's definitely gonna need a hand wash. But that's the first wash. It's a black car, so you guys should know how black cars are. But cleaned out the engine bay just a little bit. But anyways, guys, I'll give you more detail in a second. Alright, we're here at the shop. I'm gonna go over all of the parts on this car like I mentioned. It is kind of dark in here. Some of the parts that I got, I'm gonna do an oil change, Canon oil filter, the S2000 one, so it's bigger diameter. New spark plugs. I'm gonna do a Honda genuine coolant flush. Then this is the oil I'll be running, Valvoline VR1 racing oil. We'll start with the exterior, and we'll go from there on the parts. First and foremost, it's a 2002 Honda Civic Si, 132,000 miles, clean title. I went down to Louisiana to get it. 9 hours there, 9 hours back. I left at 6:15 a.m., got back at 6:46 a.m. So it was like 24 hours, because I drove all the way down there on my red Civic, my FG2. Then I had to test drive the car, then race the car up and put my wheels on it and this and that. That's why it took 24 hours, but So the car does need work, but we'll start with the parts list. Has a 0405 Civic Depot headlights with factory projectors. Has a OEM Honda hood bra, OEM JDM Type R front badge. It's a factory HFP car. HFP meaning Honda Factory Performance. So it has a factory front lip, factory side skirts. It's missing the rear lip, but I will be getting that. They put clear side markers up here, and they put amber ones here. From factory, this is supposed to be clear, and that is supposed to be amber. I'm gonna get the amber ones back. Start with the wheels. The wheels are the Inky RPF ones, 17x9 plus 35. It's been converted to 5 lug from a RSX Type S, I believe. I did not get a mod list with this car, so all the mods I'm telling you is what I found on the car. I'm sure there's a lot more mods that I don't even know about. Anyway, it has the RSX Type S. The wheels poke out a little bit, only because I have to run a spacer, because this car has ARP extended wheel studs, and I'm running closed end lug nuts. These are actually his lug nuts that he had to give me, because mine wouldn't fit, because mine are shorter. So I had to run a spacer. Then there's another little spacer inside here. Anyways, a lot of random stuff. I will be getting maybe open end the lug nuts or getting rid of the ARP extended wheel studs. I don't know yet. But anyway, so there is a spacer in there. That's why it sticks out a little bit. And it has 0 camber in the front. So, you know, you guys should know me. This thing needs some TLC. I'm going to give it the TLC it deserves and get the fitment all correct and all that. The fitment in the front has, you know, about a finger gap, which is absolutely perfect in my opinion. But when I got there, it was a lot lower, and I had to raise up all the coilovers, probably like an inch or two. And anyway, it has a HFP side skirt. It has a Type R sticker there. I will be taking that off because this car is not a Type R, clearly. And I don't like repping Type R stickers on the Type R. The body, like I said, the car is dirty, but the body's pretty dang clean. It has a little paint up here. Get a little paint pen there. In the rear, it's less than a 1 finger gap. I have to raise it up in the rear. As you can see, my tire was rubbing like pretty much all the way home. I stopped and had to raise it up again while I was on the way home, and it's still not raised up enough. But as you can see, the camber, they poke a little bit, but this thing needs, you know, a little bit of camber kits, because if you don't know, these cars are pretty much not supposed to have 17x9s on it. That's a wide wheel with 245. That's a big aggressive setup. But at the back, it's supposed to have the HFP rear lip. It's not there. The rear has the rock chips on it. I'll get the rear bumper repainted. Has a JDM badge here. Whoever buffed this car did a terrible job, because there's like buffing compound in all the cracks and crevices. But it has the factory HFP spoiler, and the spoiler is like loose and shit. Has a rear wiper delete. The HFP badge. Like I said, this car needs work. For the people that are gonna say, oh well, you should have kept your other car, this car needs to work and this and that, and there's like over 7,000 in parts alone on this car. The car booked for $5 grand stock plus $7,000 worth of parts. You do the math. I'll show you this back here while I'm back here. You can see the coilovers from here. They're True Heart coilovers. It has some strut bar. Then it's missing the cargo cover. I'll be getting that. As you can see, the car is dirty. I'm probably going to say it over and over and over again. The car is very dirty. So please excuse the mess. I'm trying to do a before, then after I clean it up and all that stuff. Anyway, that's the exterior. There's like 2 dents on the whole exterior. It's pretty dang straight. As you can see on the reflection, there's like no dents in this car. I'll do the interior, then I'll do the engine bay. There may be some parts that I missed, but the door panels are pretty clean. I do want to get the 0405 door panels that have this in silver, and the door handles or the little switches in silver. The seats are pretty clean. Has a little baby hole here. I want to put, I've never seen it done before. Maybe you guys can send me a photo or something on Instagram at Coda5610. I want to put 0506 RSX cloth seats in the EP3. Starting with the interior, has a factory red stitched EP3 steering wheel. Has an OEM EP3 or RSX Type R horn button. I will be getting rid of this because I'm trying to get rid of all the red. I will be getting rid of the steering wheel, try to get rid of the red. You know, it has the factory hazard button. I'll be getting rid of that and get an RSX one. It has a Type R, as you can see there ain't no notch right here for the shift knob. It has a Type R shift boot. You can see the shifter right there. It has a Buddy Club short shifter. Has some eBay shift knob. I'll be getting rid of that. Someone painted this wrinkle black and it's supposed to be silver like that. I'll be getting rid of this and getting the factory silver. There ain't no heat in the car right now due to the fact that it needs a heater core or a heater core line, just a hose hooked up. Since the car is turboed, it's very hard to run the heater in the car. So he gave me this little space heater thing, but I'll be deleting the radio and putting a block off plate there. Here's the gauges. It has this carbon fiber gauge pillar. Like I said, it's pretty trash, but has an odometer, oil pressure, a Pro Sport actually, boost gauge, AM wideband. Like I said, there's so much shit in this car. I need to clean it all out. HFP badge there, even though it's supposed to be right here. I'm not sure why they put it way down here. But this car is filthy, dirty. There is this stuff everywhere. There's like a gauge and an oil sandwich plate down there, and like I said, the car is really, really dirty. Has factory floor mats. The seats are really good, clean. The headliner is pretty clean. Could use a, you know, detailed breakaway mirror that I kept from my car. Then it has cruise control, but the cruise control don't work. I'm going to get rid of cruise control due to the fact that I'm going to eventually get a K-tuned throttle body and they don't have a bracket for the cruise control. That's all the parts that I can see on the interior. Like I said, I'm sure there's a lot more that I'm missing, but it obviously all glows amber and has HIDs. Like I said, this is a quick before of the car, so in 3 months I can look back at it and be like, dang, the thing was kind of rough when I got it. Let me pop the hood real quick. I'll start out with the basics. It's a K20A2 from the 02 to 04 RSX Type S motor. I don't know how many miles are on it. Has a real JDM Type R valve cover. Has a faded, really, really faded AM fuel rail. So you can see up in here. Precision turbo injectors. Marshall fuel gauge. Has sport motor mounts. There's the camber plates for the true heart coilovers. Has a DC Sports titanium strut brace. That strut brace right there is $400. As you can see right here, this is for the heater control. That little valve right there. I see there ain't no hose on that side. It's because it's right there by the turbo manifold. Like I said, it's just really, really tight back there. I don't know what turbo manifold it is. I'm guessing it's like a PLM. I won't know until it might have a badge right here under the heat wrapping, and it'll tell me the brand. Has some wastegate. I'm not sure on the brand. Turbonetics turbo. Like I mentioned, this car is an older build. It was probably built 6 to 8 years ago. So everything is really, really dirty. Someone didn't take care of it. So eventually I'll be taking the turbo off and getting it rebuilt and cleaning it. As you see, it's dirty. Has AEM fuel pressure regulator. It did have hybrid racing shifter bushings, but I put my K-tuned in. Has some blow-off valve, no branding on it, so I'm assuming it's eBay. Manual boost controller, HIDs, RBC intake manifold, thermal gasket there with the adapter plate. Has full braided fuel lines. The inlet and outlet are all braided. Has a braided drain line, braided feed line. Like I said, this car is, like I mentioned, I keep on saying it over and over again, it's very dirty. But you guys should know me, I'm going to clean it up and make it look, you know, show car ready, I guess. I plan on stripping the valve cover. I mean, you can tell it's really dirty and nasty. It's not really worth keeping it the original finish, but it's a Type R valve cover. That's $300. I plan on doing that metallic silver. I mean, I'll go over the values real quick just so you guys can hear how much money is in this car. Coilover, $680. Strut bar, $440. Turbo manifold, at least $650. Wastegate, at least $80, I'm assuming. Turbonetics turbo, that's at least $800. Fuel pressure regulator, that's like $200. AEM fuel rail, probably $200. Precision injectors, probably at least $400. My K-tuned bushings, those were only $50. Manual boost controller, I'm guessing $50. RBC manifold, $300. Honda 4-bar map sensor, $100. The adapter plate with the thermal gasket, probably $100. Has sport motor mounts all around, like I mentioned. Those are $350. I mean, it adds up so much, and that's just what I can see. It has DC Sports rear lower tie bar, that's $200. Has Skunk 2 rear lower control arms. Those are probably another $250. Then the front lip, the OEM lip is $300 to $400. These headlights are $300. OEM hood brawl, $150 used. Side skirts, $300. And also it has a Honda K Pro V2, and that's probably worth about $500, maybe $450, $500. AEM wideband, $200. Boost gauge, oil pressure gauge, probably $150. I mean, this car has a lot of money put into it. It just needs cleaned up. Whoever built this car originally, I hope I can find you eventually, but you built this car proper than the 4 owners after you started haggling stuff. See if you can see the intercooler up in there. They have it painted black. You can see the intercooler piping. Oh yeah, full intercooler kit. I think $100. Has full 3-inch straight pipe exhaust, probably $200. I mean, the value adds up. EP3, they got this from the old motor, the power steering delete. Don't know how much of that is. Like I said, the car is very dirty. I keep on mentioning that. I have a feeling you guys are always going to criticize of how dirty it is, but I mean, a couple of days of cleaning it up and polishing out turbo and piping and redoing the valve cover and doing all this little stuff is going to make this car look clean. I plan on selling the fuel rail, getting a K-tuned fuel rail with the K-tuned fuel pressure gauge, doing the valve cover in metallic silver to match the wheels, getting rid of the strut brace, maybe getting something different. Eventually getting rid of the coilovers and getting K-tuned coilovers. I'm gonna get a K-tuned throttle body, K-tuned map sensor, get all new intercooler piping, get tile wastegate and blow-off valve, redo the turbo, get a turbo blanket, then maybe ceramic coat the housing because the housing is pretty nasty. Ceramic coat the turbo manifold because it's nasty too. then of wrapping all of that, getting the factory badge because I don't like the JDM Type R badge because it's red. I'm trying to veer away from the color red because in my opinion the Type R should only be the car that has the, you know, the red logos on it. But then obviously my wheels, I have $1,800 in the wheels. ARP extended wheel studs, those are like 120 bucks. Like, this car has money, a lot of money put into it. And I don't even know probably half the parts on this car. There's probably a lot more that I don't even know. I'm about to do the oil change on it now. So I'll be jacking it up and looking underneath all of it and see if I can find any more goodies. This car it was tuned by Preox Tuning in Louisiana. It made a little over 400 horsepower. I believe it was like 410 wheel horsepower on 15 PSI. It is turned down right now to 11 PSI, so I'm guessing around 360 horsepower right now. I plan on turning it back up to the 15 PSI after today, after I do the oil change and the spark plugs and do all that stuff. But, so it is tuned, like I said, from Louisiana. Clean title, no rust or nothing like that. Just need some paint work here and there. But anyway, guys, it's already been 18 minutes on this video, then plus the other like 3 minutes of in the car wash. So it's like a 20-minute video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below. You can go ahead and hate in the comments, whatever. I don't really care. In my opinion, this car is way better than the FG2 Civic I had. Because my goal was I wanted something that looked clean and that was fast, or, you know, pretty quick anyway. 400 horsepower on a 2,600 pound car is pretty quick. I really didn't need a daily, like a full daily like the FG2 was. This car is a perfect daily. I drove it 9 hours back, I mean, or whatever I drove. It made it flawless, no problem, so far it's reliable. But let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna go ahead and do the oil change and spark plugs and all that. In the next video, I'll if everything goes as planned, I'll be cleaning it up, selling parts off of it, getting a lot of new parts in. So the videos are gonna be coming back. As of now, I mean, I'm pretty pumped, you know, to actually work on a car that's worth something. So I'm gonna be getting parts. In the next video, it should be all cleaned up for the most part. And in the next video, I'll give you guys some video of me going into boost and all that stuff. So stay tuned. Like, comment, share, subscribe. See you in the next one.